Hello Broken Arrow, I'm Jerry Schuber, your Director of Solid Waste and Recycling with the July 25 Broken Arrow in Motion update. This month we'll have updates on the Aerrow Forge Innovation District, the Houston Street Widening Project, and the elevated water storage tank, and so much more. But before we get to that, I wanted to show you one of the automated side loaders that now make up the fleet of trash and recycling vehicles thanks to you and your City Council's support. These new trucks allow us to collect your garbage and recyclables more efficiently and quickly. They reduce our overall cost and enhance the safety of our employees. All right, let's stop with the trash talk and get to some projects. First up, let's begin with Aerrow Forge Innovation District. In June, the Broken Arrow Economic Development Authority announced that CSI Aerospace will become the anchor company for the Aerrow Forge Innovation District. They're expanding their operations and investing $5.5 million to build a new facility at the district. They'll also add an additional 50 jobs to Broken Arrow's economy over a 5-year period. That is fantastic news. On the ground this month, the contractor is completing the stormwater, the sewer, and installing new lighting at the entrance to the district. Over on the Houston Street Widening project between Garnett and Olive, the contractor Becco Construction is expected to switch the intersection closure to the north side of the roadway later this month. There have been delays with this project due to an extremely wet spring. The subgrade required a geogrid for more stability to be added to the road base, making it firm enough to drive on without causing potholes and rutting. The contractor had to redo several creek structures due to damage to the forms and other materials which were the result of area flooding. Another delay has been caused by utility issues, and this work must be completed before the south side of the road can have the curb and gutter completed. Once the curb and gutter are in place, the contractor can begin work on the asphalt. During the delays, the contractor's crews have continued to do as much work as possible. They understand this project is top priority for the city and are now working on the sidewalk and the intersections. We expect the intersection project to be finished later this fall, depending on the weather. Next up, let's talk about Highland Park Rugby Field. The goalposts have been placed and the parking lot is now complete. The contractor is laying sod on the field and installing the sprinkler controls and a solar panel. With the field targeted to be completed near the end of July, it'll soon be the great space for a growing sport in our community. Don't fret, the scrums are just around the corner. Staying with parks, let's discuss the infrastructure projects at Events Park. These improvements are being made in keeping with the city's partnership with Venue for the amphitheater project. Parking lots 1 and 2 are now complete and striping will begin soon. Parking lot 3 is currently being paved, should also be completed soon as well, depending on the weather. The northern portions of 38th and 41st Streets are finished. Now the crews are working on irrigation, landscaping, and light poles throughout the project. Concrete work on Oklahoma Turnpike Authority on-ramp complete. The cleanup, landscaping, and striping will be underway for the next few weeks. We expect this infrastructure project at Events Park to wrap up in late August or September. Now let's talk about a couple of water storage tank projects. I can report that we have just completed the 20th and final concrete pour of the base on the brand new water storage tank that is under construction at Lynn Lane and New Orleans Street. The concrete pours are in the 8-foot sections, meaning the elevated water storage tank is already about 160 feet tall. The steel is slowly arriving on site, and once they receive all of the materials, they'll just start welding the tank. This construction project has been a fun one to watch and will continue until the summer of 2026. Also, you may have noticed the maintenance work in progress on the 2 million gallon Tiger Hill water storage tank on the east side of the hill at the corner of Lynn Lane and Kenosha. The contractor has completed 2 fresh coats of paint on the outside and 1 coat of primer on the inside of the tank. That's been a Broken Arrow landmark since 1979. Now they are welding the seams on the tank itself as a part of its upgrades, maintenance, and repairs. Now we have 2 other water infrastructure projects I want to tell you about. First, in the northwest part of the city, let's talk about the project in the Melinda Park addition. I'm happy to report that the sewer line and water line installations are now complete and are now in service. The contractor is working on final stages of the project, including the fence and the sod installations, repairing sidewalks, and cleanup. The entire project is expected to be finished in a couple of weeks. We'd like to thank all of the Melinda Park residents for their patience during this project. Second, the Oak Crest Addition water line is about 60% installed. About 20% of it has already been tested and tied to the houses in the neighborhood. And as for the sewer line, it is approximately 25% complete. The construction crew has finished the part of the project that is south of Toledo Street and are now heading northward. We anticipate that the project will move along faster in this phase because of the distance between the pipe runs and the manholes. The contractor is simultaneously working on sod and cleanup. Finally, let's discuss the voter-approved gateway markers that have been under construction around the major entry points to the city. All of the primary signs have now been placed and the landscaping and lighting installation is underway. The tertiary signs will follow next once they're finished in the sign shop. I am excited about this project because it's a welcoming addition to the city we call home, and it sets us apart from all other communities in the area. The Gateway project is paid for by 2018 general obligation bonds. Thanks for watching, and as we always like to say, we look forward to seeing you around Broken Arrow, the city where opportunity lives.
Thank you for watching. This is a production of the City of Broken Arrow, the city where opportunity lives.